all-around terrific ball player, but a lot of his rookie cards are like $2 or $3 now.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah,
So
and
it really doesn't reflect his actual worth as a ball player.
would that be the same for like Will Clark and Rafael Palmeiro? I'm saying that because they're Texas guys, and maybe like
Yeah.
No, Will Clark's not.
I mean Mississippi State. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Mississippi.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Clark and
think he was
Palmeiro
at
also
Texas.
were 1987
Roger
rookies,
Clemens.
part of that 87 rookie class. But part of that being Clark did not have the longevity to have that big Hall of Fame career that maybe if you'd have gone back to, say, 1992 or something and been like, hey, is Will Clark going to be a future Hall of Famer? Absolutely. Didn't know how the injuries would affect him. So that's part of it, for sure. There was one point where Will Clark's 1987 rookies were worth more than guys like Barry Bonds or Bo Jackson, but that's certainly not the case now. So, yeah, that's a lot of Palmeiro, obviously, with the allegations on the PEDs and stuff, that didn't help either.
Yeah, I wonder, were those cards at the time of all of that, because obviously you were collecting then, did those cards drop off when they found out that, it was seemingly that they were guilty of using PEDs?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I always tell people now, we get a lot of people who come in to sell their cards, and they have cards from that era, and they're still a lot of these people are not maybe watching baseball now, and they're still thinking of those guys as kind of being, where it's at. They're like, hey, everybody's got to love, Sammy Sosa and, guys like that. And it's like, no, you really have a hard time giving a lot of that stuff away now. Now, some of those guys' signatures for their fans, those are still expensive because a lot of those players don't sign that much. I think some of it is they don't get invited to as many events, card shows, and Fanatics Fest and stuff like that. And also maybe they don't want to go to as many of those things. They don't want to listen to people, making steroid comments all day and stuff like that. So usually, those kind of guys, McGuire, Barry Bonds, Roger Clemens, their autographs still hold some good value, more so than their cards.
But also, it's got to be the demand. It's not so much the supply, but the demand. I mean, Andre Dawson, Tom Seaver, these guys, were big names at the time, but then people just aren't avid on them. Like Oral Hershiser.
Yeah.
He might have been a well-liked guy, but he wasn't like, I don't want to say crazy, like Pedro Martinez. Pedro Martinez probably, his value is way over Oral Hershiser, even their careers might have had about the same success and have a title.
They're relatively close in that both of them came along at a time when cards were being produced at too great a number. Pedro has the benefit of he came along in roughly 92, so you have a couple of hard-to-find products in like 92 Bowman. So, guys have cards in that like Mariano Rivera and Trevor Hoffman. Those cards actually reflect a bit of value. Maybe that points to the player's worth more so than some of those same guys in 1992. If they had a Topps or a Donruss card, it might be worth $1 or $2, and in Bowman they might be worth 30 or 40, just because that was a product that actually wasn't overprinted. But yeah, there is a sort of thing of a guy like, say, an Oral Hershiser who might be sort of a second tier on the collectability ladder, as opposed to, like, say, Pedro Martinez, that's like an A-list Hall of Famer right there.
Yeah. Do you think, like, that the market of cards, though, is, and maybe I've asked this before, but I can't really remember, do you think, like, the whole thing about collecting your favorite player has kind of, because of the way the card market has gone and blew up, and you got, all this stuff online now that we can look at, and, if you watch 2 or 3 card rips on your algorithm, you just, you see them so much now. Do you think it kind of went away from that a little bit? I mean, is there still people that really still go after their favorite players, even if they've already retired, to try to, like, have all of their cards? Or do you think we're moved past that? Because that's what, growing up, my favorite guy was Ricky Henderson. And I've got probably still, to this day, all different types of Ricky Henderson cards. Never got his rookie card or anything like that, but just a bunch of Ricky Henderson cards. And I collected them because I liked him, and that's kind of why I did it.
Yeah, I think there's more than one type of collector for sure. So you do have people who are doing it just as a, basically a side business.
Yeah.
That they're just trying to make the most possible. They really aren't as interested in maybe who's on the card. And when I say that, I mean, obviously they want the top money player, but it's not about what team does that guy play for, where did he go to school, what's his play style. It's like, this is the guy worth the most, that's who I hope I pull because I can sell that card for the most. So there's that, and they maybe don't even care like what the card looks like, what the design is. There's like, I know I'm chasing that card because it's worth money. But you also do have plenty of people who are just looking for favorite team, favorite player. Maybe they're going after those expensive cards of them, or maybe they're just putting together a collection of, just as many different cards of this person as they can get. We certainly see that a lot with younger collectors. A lot of the kids, they haven't yet kind of been tainted by, all these big expensive chase cards and all that stuff, and they're coming in and just going, hey, I like, Michael Harris or Ozzie Albies or whoever their favorite like Brave is, and they just want all the cards they can get of that player.
You are, you have a lot of people that come in your shop that are from here or live here. Can you settle this for me and Jeffrey once and for all? Is this Braves country?
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, as far as collecting, yeah.
Yeah, I figured.
And it's a generational thing. You still have so many people coming in who grew up watching the Braves with their dad or their grandfather, and that was a team you could see. It's going to take probably another generational cycle or two for any kind of movement on that, and that's going to depend on if Tampa were suddenly to become the dominant team in the AL or at least the AL East for a while. That might a little bit, but they're going to have a kind of dominant run like the Braves had in the 90s. And, I mean, with New York and, with all those other teams out there, I don't see a clear path to that for Tampa. But that's what it would take, would be 10 or 15 years of just them winning constantly to then you had a group of kids grow up who were Tampa fans and then got their kids into it. And, yeah. So, at the moment, it's a Braves area for sure.
Yeah, Braves country. You can say it. Jeffrey ain't going to get mad. He knows. He's outnumbered. So
but
tell
here's
us.
The thing,
yeah, go ahead.
We have so many people who have moved here, retired here, and all this. We have, fans from a lot of places, enough that it's worth, stocking cards of certain things that we have. Detroit fans and Philly fans and Boston fans and, all of that. Far west, we maybe not as many Mariners. We'd have a few, maybe not as many Giant fans, but certain teams you're always going to have Dodger fans and Yankee fans and all anywhere you go.
Yeah.
Cardinal fans.
Yeah. Well, tell us, you had the Rip Night this past weekend. How did that go? And then tell us what you got coming this week.
Yeah, Rip Night was great. We had a lot of fun. A lot of good stuff got pulled. People who came, there were some unannounced extras that went along with it. We always try to do a little bit of stuff like that for people who just want to show up for Rip Night, don't have to be incentivized. But we always try to give them a little bit extra for their money. So, it was just a really good time. I was sick as could be, so pardon me if I don't recall all the details of Rip Night. I was crashing pretty hard.
Oh, man.
Saturday night.
He got ripped up, like drinking on Rip Night.
Yeah, NyQuil. He's drinking NyQuil.
So, but it was a lot of fun. And I think everybody, in addition to their pack bundle, everyone got their own blaster of I think it's the new UFC Chrome, which has the buybacks.
Wow.
In it, so everyone got one of those as a bonus. So that alone, that's worth it. You pull those buybacks, and some of those are up to a couple $100 in store credit right there.
Wow, that's fantastic. So give us the hours of operation and the location so everybody can know where to come see you, and tell us what you got going on this weekend.
Certainly, yes. So those hours of operation, 7 days a week, Monday to Friday, 11 to 8 p.m., Saturday, 10 to 8 p.m., Sunday, 12 to 6 p.m. We are located in the Stanford Station on 23rd Street, 752 West 23rd Street. There with Academy Sports, Sweet Frog Yogurt. And you can find us, of course, at instantReplaySportsCards.com. This weekend, we've got some Pokemon League play. We've got Kids Club on Friday night for sports cards. Bring the kids down at 6 p.m. We do box breaks, and the kids trade with each other, and it's a fantastic time. They always leave with a ton of extra cards. Then Saturday, we got breaks right here live in the store, live group breaks. You don't have to get on a phone and do an app to do breaks. You can come do them in person. It's really cool. Hang out with other collectors, swap cards, have a good time.
That sounds great. Yes, absolutely. Well, Aaron, thank you so much for coming in, and we hope y'all have a great week over at Instant Replay Sports Cards.
Absolutely, guys. Take care. Be good. Come see us.
All right, Aaron, thank you so much. When we come back, we will dive into something that's really close to Brian's heart. And you can't wait for this one. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson right here at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Up with ESPN Northwest Florida. The Coach James Hale Show drags you out of bed weekdays 7 to 9.
They're going to allow beer sold at the new sports complex, yet we can't have a cold beer on the beach.
Yeah. Then for the ride home, the fastest 2 hours on radio. The Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson.
You better hope you're ready.
Morning drive and the afternoon commute are live and local on the Gulf Coast. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Lone Star Boil House and Sports Bar, where the locals go for the best boiled seafood around. Crawfish, shrimp, red royals, and everything crabs. Watch almost every sporting event in the country on their huge outdoor jumbotron. Follow them on Facebook to stay up to date on weekly events, live music, and food and beer specials. Lone Star Boil House and Sports Bar, your home away from home for sports, good times, and great food. The best boiled seafood. Lone Star Boil House and Sports Bar, 320 West 5th Street, downtown Panama City.
Warmer weather is finally here, and that means cookouts,
ball games,
and maybe enjoying some time on the water.
But it also means lots of heavy food, sweets, and maybe an extra adult beverage or two. Thank goodness we both take Active Liver from New Nordic. Did you know your liver works around the clock processing food, sugar, alcohol, and everyday toxins? All the things that can really impact your health.
That's why daily support matters. Active Liver is designed to protect normal liver function and support your body's natural detox process.
With trusted natural ingredients like milk thistle, turmeric, and artichoke extract, it's gentle enough to take all year long.
No harsh cleanses, no extreme detoxes, just simple daily liver support. We really feel the difference.
Active Liver helps us enjoy the good things in life with peace of mind that our liver isn't working overtime. Active Liver is available online at Amazon or NewNordicUSA.com, and you can find it in stores at CVS, Meijer Grocery, Wegmans, and now Active Liver is available at your local GNC.
ESPN Northwest Florida advertisers get results. Here's MaxFit Sports Nutrition owner Jason Kovaleski.
So if you're looking to advertise, or if you have a small business and you're looking to drive traffic to your store, check out ESPN 104.3 with Coach James Hale Show. I've been working with them for 7 years. They've driven a lot of traffic to my business. I get people all the time in my store that say, hey, I've heard you on the radio. It's one thing to advertise on the radio where people may hear it. It's another thing to be able to come on, talk to your customers directly. It's just one of the best form of advertisements I did, and I've gotten great returns off of it. So if you're looking for some form of advertisement to drive traffic, check out Coach Hale Show on ESPN. Contact Coach Hale, and he'll hook you up and get you started in the right direction and get you a lot more business.
Get results for your business. Call ESPN Northwest Florida, 850-215-4468. 850-215-4468.
Panama City, Lynn Haven, Callaway, 30A, Santa Rosa, Freeport, Mexico Beach, Port St. Joe, Youngstown, Blountstown, and Yorktown. The Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson.
The locals love it.
Dominating the dial at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Welcome back. We are live and local right here at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida, your spot for the Atlanta Braves. Don't forget the Braves tonight take on the Padres. 6:25 is the coverage time. 7 o'clock is the first pitch right here at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. If you want to be a part of this show, you can be. 850-215-6290 is the way you do that. We've got Brian in the building. Jeffrey's here. Bone Crusher's here. And we are going to dive into something that we have not had a chance to talk to Brian about, and that would be the Texas Tech Red Raiders. And Brandon Sorsby obviously is not going to be able to play in the NFL. It looks like they're not going to do the supplemental draft. I know you are very outspoken when it comes to them not allowing him to be eligible. Yeah. How do you feel now that the NFL says, hey, bud, we do a lot of things. Our players may have done a lot of things, but gambling on the team that you play in for and gambling on football is something that we don't look at as very good. So we're not going to do a whole new draft just for you.
I love it. I'm totally down with it. I'm sorry. The UFL, he goes to the Houston Gamblers. That's his best option.
Oh, my gosh. That would be fantastic.
Houston Gamblers.
Houston Gamblers, and have the picture of Brandon Sorsby on it. What do you think? Now, let's get into it a little bit. Now, we gave the whole story yesterday because it broke yesterday right before we came on the air. And Jeffrey was at one spectrum. Bone Crusher was at the other spectrum. Bone Crusher felt like he was the victim. What do you think?
No, he's the one that did it. He's not a victim. Like, come on, man. He knew better. And it wasn't like it was a little bit of money. It was $90,000.
Right.
It was a ton.
Well, so for fairness, Bone Crusher, give your take on that. I mean, because
right. How old was this kid when he started gambling?
18 years old.
Yeah. Is that mind a fully developed mind that that can manage that kind of stimulus? And was this product geared at young people? I mean, the examples I gave were like tobacco advertising at kids, alcohol, marijuana. These kids aren't old enough to make that mental decision. He might be able to throw a football out of the stadium, but he does not have the mental capacity to make these kinds of decisions.
All right, Brian, what do you think about that?
Man, he's not that much more mature. Just after a few more years. 21-year-old kids are almost the same as 18-year-old kids at this point in time.
I just wonder, who does he going to talk to? He needs to talk to somebody. If whoever you talk to about going to, taking care of your affairs during college, that would be the same person. He knew that he was wrong because he was getting his friends to do the betting for him on the app. He wasn't doing them, but he was getting them to do somebody else. So that there is error. Yeah, that's the wrong part. Yeah.
Okay, I have two things to say.
Yeah.
30 years ago, college didn't sit you down when you joined the team and give you a talking about gambling.
Right.
Nowadays, they do.
Yep.
Number two, if you're going to have somebody look out for you, it probably should be your agent.
Yeah.
But let's be honest. Most agents are lawyers. Not the most morally structured or ethical people in the world.
You are hating on lawyers. We got lawyers that are going to sponsor the show.
They need to sponsor the show and change my opinion.
Yeah. Well,
change my opinion.
Well, also there is not a qualification. Me, you, and Brian could start an LLC and represent players tomorrow. And there's nothing
we could be an agent.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
sure.
There's nothing they can do about that. So, I mean, you're asking Joe, who works construction, to help you figure out whether or not you should bet on this can't-lose situation going on right here.
Yeah, so the university does talk to them when they first join the team nowadays.
Yeah.
About gambling. And on your own sport or on your own team, come on, light bulb going off.
On your own team.
I'm not saying how dumb you are, but come on, man.
Yeah.
He's not shaving points.
That was the Iona basketball player that
was a bunch of
shaving
basketball
points.
players.
Yeah, that was a basketball.
Like a bunch.
Yeah, but you got to think, though, how crazy do you have to be to bet not only on the sport that you're playing, but actually betting on the team that you play for?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because if y'all get to the stadium and your best running back's got a headache, You're going to be like, okay, this guy, when he has headaches, they're bad.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen him at practice having headaches. He's not very good. Go for the under today on, running back number 32. He's not going to get 50 yards. He's got a headache or he's got a sprained ankle. Or I was in the locker room I was in the players' meetings with the quarterbacks, and our starting quarterback's got a jammed thumb. So he's probably not going to throw the ball much. Or he's looked at the scouting report. I mean, they have meetings all through the week talking about what they're going to try to do. He's at practice. It's like having insider trading.
It is.
On stocks. That is insider trading for stocks.
It's insider trading.
So, I mean, that's what he was doing. But, again, let's go right back to what we just said. He knew he was doing wrong because he was doing it through someone else. And now he was 18 years old, but he was still doing it through someone else.
And everybody who says, oh, it's not illegal, it's just unethical. No. It was underage gambling, which is illegal in like 46 states or something like that.
Yeah. Do you think that the NFL is trying to make a statement here? Because obviously a lot of people, and even the Sorsby people that are in his camp are sending out messages or talking about, it's not like he killed somebody. It's not like he's not Ray Caruth. He's not Antonio Brown. He's not going to jail. He's not Geno Smith. He's not these guys that are getting in trouble. He never went to jail. He's not charged with a crime. Why are we blackballing him from the NFL, so to speak?
And the Black Sox scandal. Didn't he throw games? That's another one comparison I heard. You didn't hear that one? The White Sox.
Yeah.
You know how they threw the World Series back.
Well, I knew that, but I was just thinking,
But that was the other comparison that people were saying. He wasn't throwing games away.
Yeah.
And I was like, well,
He might have not, but that's because he wasn't the starting quarterback.
Exactly.
Who's to say that if he wouldn't have been the starting quarterback, that he would not have shaved points or threw the game or done whatever? Because if this guy was, betting on pitches, that's pretty. I mean, that's like flipping coins. That's like saying I'm gonna put $1,000 or $10 on every time I flip a coin if it's gonna be a heads or tails, and just keep going until I get to $90,000. I mean. We're talking about significant cash here. We're not just talking about something. But let's talk about the NFL. Do y'all think the NFL made the right decision? Do you think that he deserves an opportunity to compete in their league when they see that this is a violation of what they do?
I think he can next year. I mean, I don't see the whole reason to go through all this process of having a supplemental draft for one dude.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, he's not that good either. He is way overhyped.
Yeah,
his last 4 or 5 games of the season were all against kind of the top tier in that Big 12. He lost them all. Lost them all with horrible stats. Horrible. So he just got overhyped early in that season because Cincinnati had a weak schedule. And then people forgot about how bad he was late in the year. Like you don't go through a whole special thing for this guy. And if you use a 2nd or 3rd round pick on him, you'd be wasting that.
Well, that's what, and that was the number. It was the 3rd round, and Jeff kept saying 6th or 7th, but they were saying 3rd.
No,
they were saying 3rd round pick.
Man.
I was saying 6th, but I was like, well, I could see if somebody wants to like jump over somebody like the Jets really, really need a quarterback, and they put up a 5th instead of a 6th to try and edge somebody out. Because let's be honest, he's not worth a 3rd.
No. Honestly, if anybody did it in the 3rd or 4th, it was going to be one of the better teams, I feel.
Wow.
That did not need the quarterback right now. Dude, your quarterback class next year.
Oh,
those teams are waiting for next year. They're not going to waste a 3rd or 4th round pick.
Yeah, I agree with
the
that.
Bad teams on a quarterback for the 3rd or 4th this year.
Yeah.
Because the 1st round is going to be loaded next year.
He may not even be, the 10th best quarterback available for next year's draft. I mean, that's a good chance. It's a very good chance.
Very easy chance.
So I'm going to talk about the go around, and you mentioned the Houston Gamblers. I mentioned yesterday Toronto Argonauts, Canadian Football League. You don't play at the same time.
Yep.
You go and play your season over in CFL, or you just sign for a contract. And guess what? As soon as you sign for a contract in another league like that, you're automatically eligible to sign on with an NFL team. You just have to have the contract in another league in order to be available for the NFL.
Yeah. Are y'all surprised the NFL did this, though? Because it just seemed like everything was just going to, set up for him to just step right in and get drafted, give him a team right out the gate.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was saying, the Jets or the Browns or the Cardinals or the Steelers.
Nobody saw this coming. And you know what? They were going to have a pro day.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Everything was lined up for this to happen. And, the supplemental draft's not what it was back in the 90s, where you had like 20-something people or 40-something people and all that. Terrell Pryor was the last successful quarterback drafted. I don't know how many years ago that was. But, it happens every 3 or 4 years maybe. And they do it for one player. So it's not an anomaly that's unusual for just to be for one player. But, they just didn't feel like they wanted to go out of their way at all.
So now that he's gone, their backup is recovering from an Achilles injury. But I just read yesterday, because I know that there's been a lot of smack talking back and forth with Texas and Texas Tech, with Sark and with their coach and some of their boosters and all that. They're saying that their third guy is fantastic and that there's no doubt in their mind that Texas Tech is going to win the Big 12 again and be set up in the playoff run.
We'll see. We'll see. Look, they have a cupcake schedule.
Yeah.
Like Sark already said.
Right.
Your first 2 games are what? Abilene Christian, then Oregon State.
Yeah.
And then you have the Big 12, which, you have maybe 2 other teams. We got BYU. Who else?
He always talks about Utah, but I don't think so.
Utah always seems to get in the mix.
They
sometimes.
lost Whittingham too.
Yeah, they lost
their
coach.
I know.
So
and
then
Kansas State lost their coach. Campbell left Iowa State. Who are you really looking at? Are you looking at Cincinnati or UCF? I'll tell you who you're looking at. Houston. And it's really not that intimidating, to be honest with you.
Willie Fritz.
Yeah, Willie Fritz, my guy.
Houston might be the second best team in there.
He's a good coach. He might not even be as good as Sonny Dykes at TCU.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, Scott Mills on our Facebook page said that he will get his opportunity in the NFL, but he needs to be sharp to even get that opportunity.
And he's not regretful.
I haven't heard.
I went to rehab, and that's all he mentions.
Yeah.
And it's just trying to save face.
Yeah, there hasn't been like a big conference where he comes out and stands on the podium and says, look, guys, this is what happened. I'm wrong. I'm sorry. I don't even do it anymore. You can have my phones. Everybody can,
Would
Okay,
that
I'll go
change
one
y'all's
step.
opinion?
Will that change your opinion?
Would that change my opinion? Yes, it would. Absolutely.
Yeah, no, it would.
I'm going to say no. I'm going to say he's doing it just to get in the NFL. No, he's not changing it. Show me, Bama. Show me the money. Show me that you don't have an account that you bet anymore and that it's not connected to you at all. Show me that.
Yeah, let me see your phone.
Let me see it. Give me your phone.
I'm going to go one step past it, though, because you said I shouldn't have done it. No, I want him to say, I'll never do it again.
Whoa. But, and that is, what if he says, I'm never going to bet on football again? Because he was betting on baseball a lot.
Yeah.
Rehab changed him, though, right?
I guess it did.
He will never bet again.
Is there like a 10-step program for gambling? I don't even know. Call 1-800
Play-wise.
Don't gamble again.
Yeah, it's just play-wise. But, and then as I'm sitting here with my live reads for later.
Oh, my goodness.
But either way, we are going to go ahead and take our next break. Brian, thank you so much for being here, man. Go visit the Lone Star Boil House. They got great specials going on now until this weekend. When we come back, we will talk about the NBA draft and a plethora of things that's hit the market. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson right here, 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida.
The new app from 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida is designed specifically for sports fanatics like you. The sports content you demand is always on. Live stream our national and local sports talk anywhere you go. Reach us on all social media. You can also be a part of the show. Call and text into our studios. Plus, up-to-the-minute weather and traffic maps. The new app from 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida is available at the Apple Store and Google Play.
Good evening. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your forecast on this Wednesday. Mostly clear skies tonight with a calm wind and look for the low to be 78. Tomorrow morning, there will be possible thunderstorms and mostly sunshine with the temperature reaching 84. Possible thunderstorms and partly sunny in the afternoon and evening with a high of 85. Friday will have a high of 86 and very light rain. This weather is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
For thousands of years, men have been trying to learn to turn lead into gold. We haven't solved that problem at Coin and Bullion Reserves yet. However, we have figured out how you can turn all that old gold jewelry that you no longer wear that's just lying around in your jewelry box into instant cash. And folks, what kind of idiot would send their gold off in the mail to strangers? No one in the country will pay you more for your scrap gold than we will here at Coin and Bullion Reserves. And you can take that to the bank.
Full residential and commercial projects from start to finish. Wheelhouse is ready to help. From the moment you have the thought to build to the moment you step through the front door of your finished project, Wheelhouse Consulting and Engineering will walk you through all of your aspirations. Engineering, site plans, live architectural design, construction, 3D rendering, permits, and more. Wheelhouse Consulting and Engineering, 850-896-6597, 850-896-6597, and online at wheelhousedba.com.
WGSX Lynn Haven, WVLQ Port St. Joe, ESPN Northwest Florida.
Back to the gap at the wall, out of here!
Every team in baseball knows what it means when Atlanta comes to town. And the Braves have spent this season reminding the whole league why.
Ozzie hits one well to deep right field at the wall. Now Casey, and it's gone!
Tonight, the Braves and Padres are at it again from Petco Park in San Diego as Matt Olson and Atlanta look for a win on the West Coast.
Airtime at 6:25. First pitch at 7:40 on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
The new Sports Blitz.
Oh, yes!
Rants, hot takes, and huge reactions are incoming on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
What it do, people? It's the homie Lil Cash. Right now you tuned in with Paul Wilson on the Sports Blitz. 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida. The hottest sports show in the South. Let's go. It's Lil Cash with another hit with Paul Wilson on the Sports Blitz. Where they talk trash and they talk ish. When it comes to sports, man, they too legit. It's 104.3 ESPN. If you love sports, better chime in. NFL, college, local sports, they got it. NBA, they got it. Sports Blitz, the top. The show hottest wasabi. Better tune in and go watch it. Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson. If you even tried, you can't stop it. Bone Crusher gon' pop it. No Jeff gon' pop it. Go like, comment, subscribe, and share. Right now.
It is 5 o'clock and you found the right place. This is the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida, your spot for the Atlanta Braves. Don't forget the Braves tonight take on the Padres right after the show. 6:25 is the coverage. 7:40 is the first pitch right here at 104.3 ESPN. Don't forget the Braves on the Gulf Coast are sponsored by Hewitt Tire and Auto, Brock Pest Control, Bill Bird Kia, PCB Hobby, Cito, and Blue Diamond Truck Accessories. We are so thankful for that because there's a lot of people that don't get to watch the Braves because of the new deals that they got going on, and the Braves aren't always on the air, so you can listen to them live here, or you can download the ESPN Northwest Florida app, and you can listen right there as well. As always on a Wednesday, got Jeffrey here, Bone Crusher's here. Now, Jeffrey, last night was the NBA draft, and there were a little bit of skepticism on who was going to be the first pick. I know that there was a 76% chance that AJ Beyonce was going to be the pick. I thought for sure he would be the pick. I thought he is the ready NBA player coming out of BYU. Obviously, 6'10", moves really good, got really good athletic movements to the basket. And were you surprised that he got taken first? Did you think there was a chance that Peterson was going to be number one, or were you thinking AJ was going to be number one?
No, I thought there was a chance that Peterson was going to go first. But, I mean, I don't think that he's a guarantee.
Who?
But not Bianco. How do you pronounce his name? The BYU guy.
Yeah,
DeBonsta. And then is he 6'10"?
Yeah, he's 6'10".
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They
didn't do anything in a tournament.
So
do something.
Well,
be a winner.
Your top
carry your team. I don't care. Do something, Paul.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
I don't know.
Back it up. He's a first pick.
But can you wield your team to win
in
basketball?
You can. Yes. It's a 5-person on court at all times.
But you can't play the whole game, or can you?
You can't. You're right. And when Wemby comes out, guess what the Spurs are doing? Missing him.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
All right, so out of the three, so you had AJ going first. Darren Peterson went second to the Jazz. Cameron Boozer from Duke went to the Memphis Grizzlies, and then Caleb Wilson, like his last name, went to the Chicago Bulls, and then Keaton Wagler, the guard out of Illinois, he was the next pick, and he went number 5. So what do you think about those 5 picks? Who's the can't-miss star? Not superstar. Who's the can't-miss star? Is there a superstar in this draft? And who's the 5 out of those 5? Who's the can't-miss star?
It's not a can't-miss star. It's just that a perpetual starter who's going to make an impact. And I'm not saying in their rookie year. I'm just saying within their first 3 or 4 years, their rookie contract.
Yeah.
And I have 6 teams that I think won the first round.
Okay.
You ready for them?
Yeah, go ahead.
Memphis Grizzlies. I know you're not a big Cam Boozer fan.
I'm not, and let me tell you why. He's going to be just like his dad. He's not a dunker. You got to, if you're 6'10", 6'11", you saw some of the stats or you saw some of the highlights, and that kind of backed my position up. If you watched right before right after he got selected, they started showing Cam Boozer highlights. And I just couldn't get excited about layups that he was shooting over other guys that were smaller than him. Have you watched the NBA lately? Have you watched what those guys can do? Have you seen how much they dunk and jump and play above the rim? Cam Boozer plays below the rim. Now, look, I'm not saying – I mean, the kid was good at Duke. He led his team. He did some of the things. You know, he comes from a good family. I mean, his dad was a great – a good player. I wouldn't call him great. I just don't see him getting any better. Is he going to get double-doubles? Yeah. He's going to score you about 15, 16 points, going to have about 10 rebounds, and he's just going to be a good role player that, I think the Grizzlies could build around him. I think he's good. I don't think he bets on basketball. That's a plus. But, I think he's going to be a solid player. But as far as, he can't shoot unless he develops a shot from 3, because you want to say he looks kind of like maybe Cat or Karl Anthony Towns, something like that, but he's not. He's not that guy. He can't take you out and shoot a 3 in your face. He just can't. I saw him shoot set shots. He made some in college, but he didn't make them all. And, the three-point line in college is different than three-point line in the NBA. So
they talk about his basketball IQ. And he's a go-getter. He has a lot of energy.
Yeah, but
what if he adds?
He didn't lead his team to a championship.
True. They got upset in the Elite 8. What if he adds 2 or 3 inches to his height? And will it change your mind?
How's he going to do that?
He's 18 years old, Paul. He ain't even turned 19 yet. Oh, wow. It's the thing called a growth spurt.
Yeah, but if you go 2-3 inches, you still got to be able to dunk the basketball. He don't dunk much. His game is not a dunking. He doesn't dunk over the top of you. And I'm not saying that you've got to do that, but look at your 6'10", 6'11", 7-footers. They're dunking on people. He doesn't do that. He uses a square on the backboard.
So let me add the reason why the Memphis Grizzlies are one of the top 6 teams in this draft.
Ahead.
Sturts, Iowa guard. They had 2 picks in the first round, Paul.
Yeah.
Come on,
You
man.
like Sturts?
Yeah, he's pretty good. We'll have to see how the chemistry goes with the Memphis Grizzlies, because let's be honest, if all you got is Ja Morant, you're not going to be winning in the playoffs.
Is Ja going to stay there, or is he going to get traded?
Well, I think actually be a smart idea to trade him away. But I think it's kind of late for that. I think they're going to have to do 1 year with Ja Morant, see how it goes, and then move on from him if that's the case.
Because Ja used to be one of those guys that everybody was like, oh,